Lewis says, hey, I have a problem with learning bar spins. I just don't have the commitment to throw the bars. Do you know how to overcome the mental blockade? Lewis, this is a problem for a lot of people. It's the biggest thing. When I was learning bar spins, I could never really figure out how some of my friends would learn them very quickly. They just, oh, I learned bar spins. I'm like, bro, I've been trying bar spins for a year. Like, what? How do you even, And it's all mental. So the people who learn it really quickly, I'm sure you've got that it's just a mental thing. So it's good. The first thing, it's good that you recognize that it's good that you recognize that it's like a mental thing, because then you can work on overcoming that. So first, Lewis, ask yourself, do you know how to throw the bars, right? Can you close your eyes, stand there and throw the bars? Like if you can do that, you know where your hand needs to go, you know how to catch it, you know how to do all that. And then it is, in fact, just mental, like you're saying. But sometimes it's not, sometimes there's something messing up. Maybe you're not pinching your knees, maybe you're not leaning over the bars. There's a lot of different things. Chad is one of our bike school members, and Chad has had the same thing. He's been struggling with bars. He's been working on hop half bars and hop bars, and he can get it around, but he takes his feet off. And so he jumps up, throws the bars, and takes his feet off. And all he needs to do is say, I can do this, keep his feet on, he'll land it. But I struggled the same way. So what I did to overcome that, I'll tell you a story, Lewis, is I could throw the bars, I'd catch it with one hand, I'd take one hand off, or I would never put my throwing hand back on, and then I'd take my feet off. And so I would just be like, that's kind of how my bar spin looked. And it was like that for months. And then I was at the skate park. My grandpa would come with me pretty often, and he'd film for me, just film different things. And we were there, and I was trying bar spins, and he said, you know what I think you need to do? And I looked at him, and I'm like, what, like what kind of advice are you going to give me about riding bikes? And what he said was, he's like, well, why don't you just try it on flat ground without going in the air? And I thought that's crazy. That doesn't work. Like, how am I going to roll around and do a bar spin? Anyway, it wasn't a pull-up bar. All I did is I just rolled on flat ground and bust the bar around while I was rolling, which honestly is more scary than doing it in the air, because you're like, as soon as you turn the bars on the ground while you're rolling, your bike tries to throw you over like that. So it's like, that was terrifying. But anyway, I was like, okay, I'll listen to you. Like, you've never been wrong before. And I did it. And I bust the bars around while I was rolling. Pretty sketchy. Took me 2-3 tries to actually get it. But that for me clicked in my head that if I could do that on flat ground and not die, then I could probably do that in the air and it'd be much better off. So I jumped up in the air, I bus drivered the bars around, landed it first try, like right after that. And it's the craziest thing how my grandpa, who's never rode BMX in his life, was able to notice that and have me try it. And then for me, that's what clicked. Now what clicks for everyone's a little bit different, but you should try that. You should try rolling on the flat ground, busting the bars around, and then taking that to the air, because one, that helps you overcome that mental blockade of like dying when you throw the bars around, and two, it's just a good way to work into it. Now, if you learn it that way, you're going to have to overcome throwing versus bussing and learn them both ways, but just being in the air and doing a bar spin, whether you throw it, whether you bus it, it's all the same and it's all going to be good. So try that, but it's all, like I said, it's all different for everyone. I think the biggest thing it's more of a confidence issue, I think, Louis, is that you're not fully confident. That causes the mental blockade, is that you're like, well, if this happens, then this could happen. And the best way to build the confidence is to fully understand it. So the more you understand about the trick and what you need to do and what could happen and what will happen, then you'll have a much easier time actually throwing it. So anyway, that was a big long rant. Try those tips. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of you guys in here who are kind of struggling with the bar spin, and hopefully that helped a little bit. But what I wanted to show you guys, this is Chad's solution. He posted this in bike school, and can you see this? Straps on the pedals. I don't know what to say. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. He's going to keep us updated. I do not recommend it, but it might work. And I saw that, I was like, dude, he is serious about bar spins. So that's sick. Guys, got the bang. Oh, gotta focus. Every morning, this is it. We answer BMX questions. We drink a ton of caffeine. That's just how it goes.